Hey guys, it's me from the Bootleg Show, and today we've got a new video format. Every day's got a new format. So a few hours ago, I asked some of you guys on Twitter, if you have it, to give me your hottest FNaF takes. What is a hot take, you say? Well, a hot take is basically an unpopular opinion. A take that kinda pisses off people when they hear it. Though some of them are actually, well, agreeable, and some of them are outright terrible. Also, I asked Galactic Filmmaker to, as well, because he's the only one who actually commented on the community post I did on YouTube, so thank you. So, how am I gonna do this? Well, you guys actually sent a lot of Twitter comments, or replies, sorry, on my community post. So I am going to read all of those posts and give my personal opinion. Well, oh yeah, first of all, these are just your opinions, and these are also my opinions on your opinions. So don't get mad when I disagree if you ever get something wrong. Don't know what that means, but yeah. I've seen enough debate in my time, so I don't think we should make a debate here. So let's get into it. So the first one by the Galactic Filmmaker, a subscriber of mine and a mutual, sent this on my community post on YouTube, and it was the only one. So he says, quote, FNaF 4 relies way too heavily on sound cues. The gameplay gets tedious around 2 a.m. after just going to the door and Bonnie, or whoever shows up, to the hallway just to turn around for 6 hours straight. I don't really know what to say much about this statement. However, I will say I kind of agree. FNaF 4, while being a really good FNaF game that has really good gameplay, does get a bit tedious, honestly. I don't think it's one of the more fun FNaF games to play, purely because all it is really is just hearing, and oftentimes it gets annoying because sometimes Nightmare Fredbear can make hearing noises, but then he isn't at the door. Oh wait, no, actually the opposite. He would make no hearing sounds, but he would be at the door, and so you wasted your time, and now he's gonna kill you because you didn't shut the door in time, and you just waited to listen. I really like the concept of FNaF 4 having you trying to listen in order to win, but I don't know, maybe it shouldn't be sound cues. Like, Ender Knight does sound cues pretty well. FNaF 4, though, I kind of think it overuses it, since it's just waiting and listening, and it's not very fun. Anyways, on to the next one. Next up, Miles is Cool says, FNaF should have ended at Ultimate Custom Night.
Get the actual living fuck out.
Anyways, Stardust Fan says, Security Breach is the best game in the series. Just my opinion, so don't take it personally. I disagree. I don't think Security Breach is the best FNaF game. I mean, not very far, but it's not that close either. But I can't say it's a bad game. It's definitely in the top 10 for me. I think it's a good game. It's flawed, like heavily flawed, but I think it's a good game. So I kind of, not like 10% agree with this. Don't even know that's possible, but whatever. Patchy Fan says, VR should have just been a spin-off. It didn't need the crazy lore that brought Afton back. That, or they could have come up with some new cool lore. Afton's story was done in UCN, full stop. Now this user, I actually kind of managed to explain to him that Afton was actually dead. And yeah, he is dead. Of course he is. Unless the epilogues are canon, which is kind of likely, then he's not here. He's stuck in Ultimate Custom Night. He's never returning. And honestly, I don't know what else to say. Congrats. But honestly, I definitely think they should have handled the whole mimic mimicking Afton's situation a lot better. Like, I don't know, it just feels so, like, Steelwool kind of messed it up. Though it could have been worse. It could have been Spring Bonnie instead of Glitch Trap, which could have been worse. Anyway, Scoo says, personally, Andrew from the Fazbear Frights books shouldn't be part of the game's continuity, and just should be Cassidy's parallel. And making some Fright stories part of the continuity just makes more of a mess of the already messy story. Now, I kind of agree, but not really. The first part with Andrew, honestly, I don't like Cassidy as much as Andrew. The problem is that Cassidy, outside of the movie and maybe like the Silver Eyes trilogy, we know nothing about her. Or he. It could depend. She has, like, no personality. We don't know anything about her, why she's vengeful. Or maybe we do, but, like, it's kept a secret, mostly. But Andrew, we know that he's been forgotten. We know he's an angry kid. We've seen him in action. He's he's full of agony. We've seen him. And on to that second part about the games not being in the continuity of the books not being into the game's continuity, specifically the Fright stories. Well, considering we are getting an entire game about one of those stories, a game, pay attention to that word. So I don't think it's, like, completely impossible. Like, seriously, this game, I think Into the Pit, or like this game, most likely takes place before FNaF 6, which could draw the line between Into the Pit and the Stitch vs. Stingers. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm not a theorist, guys. But honestly, I'm just saying there's a chance that the Fright stories could be canon. So that's it. Next up, the Dud says, UCN being canon and part of Afton's personalized hell was great and it should say canon. And, yeah, it is, buddy. It is canon. Like, it still is canon. Don't worry about it. Not Ghostface says, Lolbit is non-binary, whatever that means. Okay, so I actually kind of made a mistake here. I said that non-binary means you use no pronouns, but actually, it means that they go by all pronouns. I'm so sorry, guys. Come on, I'm not non-binary. How am I supposed to know that? Oh yeah, sorry for ignoring the question. Maybe they could. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Could be non-binary. Who knows? I said that like a massive baby. Crixton says, Hudson is a better candidate as the Fright Guard than Michael or Henry. Okay, I agree to disagree on this one. Hudson is a cool character. I'm not sure if I get this wrong, but I think he accidentally killed his parents, maybe. And now he's having, like, really bad nightmares or flashbacks from Springtrap. I don't know. I haven't read the story. But honestly, I don't think Hudson should be in the games, because what we found is a bit different to FNAF 3, even though it's literally based on FNAF 3. Springtrap is a bit different in the book, but hey, who knows? Maybe it could be canon, maybe not, who knows? We're gonna wait for Into the Pit game to solve everything, like us FNAF fans. Come on, Scott Cawthon, ye landlubber! Ye need to solve them books! For now! Dog Day says, Happy Frog doesn't deserve the hate she gets. In my opinion, you can disagree, but don't be harsh because of my opinion about her. Does he know? Do you want to go back in time to the place where we had Happy Frog and we had nothing? Okay, I honestly kind of agree. I don't think she's a bit overhated, honestly. I don't think she doesn't deserve that much hate she gets. However, I will say she's an annoying little, like, thingy. She's an annoying little thing for a very ugly monster. Okay, but seriously, I think maybe she was built like that intentionally. Maybe Ska wanted her to be like that. So but that argument can be said for Scrap Trap, and Scrap Trap is Scrap Trap, so I'm not gonna talk about that. What I'm saying is, I kinda agree. She should be named Gore. Callan says, Scott Cawthon never retconned stuff because MatPat guessed it. People just immediately took MatPat's theories as truth, so when it didn't line up, they said he was retconning. And when it did, they said MatPat was writing the story for him. Okay, yeah, I definitely agree with that statement. Not everything MatPat says is true. Maybe security breach. Maybe it was like you know why security breach got delayed so much? Probably because the story. They had to redesign the entire game to fit with the story. Well, maybe that's true, but the rest, no, maybe not. Dream Theory was kinda like it made a bit sense, but then it was like thrown out of the water because Scott was only planning to make 4 or even 3 games, but then Sister Location came around. So yeah, and also I don't think we should criticize MatPat either. I mean, you're not criticizing him, but we shouldn't criticize him. He's not staying with us for long. I mean, wait for March 9th. I don't want that to happen. But anyways, yeah, you're right. I definitely don't think that even if MatPat said something right, Scott is retconning it when it's wrong. Or it ends up wrong. Like, who knows? Maybe the old Cassie's dad theory is wrong. Who knows? We're gonna have to see, though. But we know he's not retconning it. Even the mimic. Sam writes, Mangle is gender neutral. Scott never intended to give them a gender. Her gender is yes, by the way. FNaF 2 is overrated. Oh, you are very much correct. Guys, I know it's a fan favorite, but looking back at it, FNaF 2 is just heavily flawed. It's kind of good, but honestly, I don't think it's good enough to redeem itself. God damn. Like, one mechanic ruins the entirety, like, the rest of the game, and it's, like, incentive to do anything. Oh, wait, no, not, like, incentive. I meant the music box just ruins the fun of everything. Imagine if they removed it. FNaF 2 would be the best, like, classic FNaF game ever. Out of the 7 that Scott made, that one would be the best. Better than FNaF 1. But no, that one music box ruined everything. Not to mention, I don't like most of the designs. The toys don't work that much. Only, like, most of the wizard animatronics are interesting to me. And, the puppet music box mechanic sucks. But hey, it's just an opinion. A game opinion. I'm not saying that again. C129028 says, people don't accept that the books are canon because they don't want many lore and they don't like to read. Yes, the books are complicated when it comes to the timeline, but I will explain that later. You are a man that deserves a raise. Seriously. You are 100% right. No complaints whatsoever. The one reason why people don't like, why some people don't like the books being canon is, one, maybe